Exercise 34, question number 4. Here, formula T to find, we've got to find the value of S given values for W, G and T. Well, I'll leave you to do that. We're going to find W in a similar example given some values for S, G and T as shown. Yeah. Again, I'm going to have a go at it two ways. On the left hand side by solving the equation, putting the values in, which I've started, and then we're going to have a go at rearranging the formula for W on the right hand side, and then you can have a go at rearranging the formula for S, which I think you're asked to find in the original question. So going ahead with this left hand side, solving the equation, well, we can go some way already or fairly quickly by just working out what we know. So 0.458 equals 2 pi root W over whatever 20 times 9.81, which is 98.1 times 2, which is 196.4. No, 196.2. And then if I divide both sides by 2 pi, I get 0.458 over 2 pi. Because the right hand side is multiplied, the square root is all multiplied by 2 pi, divide by 2 pi, and then we're left with the square root of W over 196.2. Work out what 0.458 divided by 2 pi is. 0.073 equals the square root of W over 196.2. Now, to get rid of the square root, square both sides, so 0.073 squared equals W over 196.2, whatever 0.073 squared is. Turns out to be 0.0053 equals W over 196.2. Now multiply both sides by 196.2 and I'll get a value for W. I've rounded as I've gone along here, so there's an accuracy issue here. Maybe I should have, when I found out what 0.458 divided by 2 pi was, I could have held that answer in the calculator and then squared that. So that is an issue. On the right hand side though, this is not going to be such an issue because I'm going to come up with a formula for W, and then I can just put the numbers in and I'll get a very accurate answer that I can round to an appropriate number of significant figures. So how are we going to do this? Looking at the right hand side then, the first thing to do is to divide both sides by 2 pi, which is effectively what we did on the left really. So T divided by 2 pi equals the square root of W over SG. I've divided by 2 pi because the right hand side, the root was all multiplied by 2 pi, so divide by 2 pi to get rid of it. And now, as we did when we solved the equation to get rid of the square root on the right, square both sides. So I'm going to put the left hand side in a bracket and then square it, equals W over SG. Now remember I want W, so I'm going to multiply both sides by S and multiply both sides by G to get rid of the SG. So W turns out to be SG multiplied by T over 2 pi all squared. And now I put the numbers in and I should get the same answer that I did on the left hand side. Try it and see. And then have a go at the question in the textbook. However, I'll start you off with it because once we get to this point here, so from this point here, let's carry on. So we've got T over 2 pi all squared equals W over SG. Well, because I've got no additions or subtractions on the left and right hand side, I've basically got two fractions. I can invert both sides and it'll still be okay. So I can invert the right hand side and invert the left hand side, and so I can write that 2 pi over t all squared equals sg over w. And now the thing that I want, which if you remember back to the original question, is s is on top. It's easy to go from there to find the formula. See if we can continue from that point.